about hockey. Two bald guys and they're talking 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 about hockey. And they're bald. And there's hockey. Hockey.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, John. How are we doing?
I'm doing awesome.
You still have,
Yes. Yes, I do.
because there's 5 coaches that don't have their jobs.
Yeah, it's been quite the week, eh?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. 5 coaches lost their job in 1 week. Well, I guess it's been a week and a bit.
Yeah. About 10 days or so.
Yeah.
I think it started with the Kraken. They started a trend.
Have you thought about yours? Like you're not going down this road?
No. Very, very happy with Luke Richardson.
He's doing too well for you right now?
He's doing well enough. Well enough. It's not the time for the Florida Panthers to fire their coach and hire a new coach. Next year,
okay.
maybe.
Sorry.
See how things are going, but this year is not the time.
Yeah. And I don't know how, like, I don't want to be or poop on all these people's parades, but I don't know how impactful the coaches are anyway.
Well, I was going to ask you that as a veteran of the DCHL and sim hockey.
I know that they do have an impact. Actually, it's funny, Mike Gilletto and I were talking about this. Hi, Mike. And because he asked me the same question. And I'm in another league where they've said it so the coaches have 0 impact, and people still like go after the top coaches and spend like huge money to get them. Like it's stupid to do it. But this league, there is an impact, but I think it's set to the lowest settings, whatever that means.
Okay. So my question is to the 5 GMs. You can comment on the podcast in the comment section. Did you see what type of team you have and when you hired your coach? So, for example, if you have a high offense team, you're not going to go and get Jacques Martin or Daryl Sutter that just got fired, a defensive coach, right? You're gonna hire like a Jay Woodcroft or a high offense coach, in my opinion. So,
I specifically have hired coaches like for myself that way. And I try to get, like, if I have a really good defensive team, but a poor offensive team, I might go for an offensive coach.
So that's the other thing is, do you go to the opposite to try to compensate for your weakness, or do you just keep adding to your team, right? Or did you just, you know what? I like that coach. He's available. I'm going to go after him, because that's what I do. Like,
yeah. Well, in the other league, I actually hired the Senators coach, Travis Green.
Yeah. And I'm still not sure about him, but I'm a fan of Luke Richardson as a hockey coach and a person. So that's why I have him as my coach. He's no longer in the NHL, so I might be looking for a coach in the NHL in the future. We'll see.
Well, you have Marco Sturm. He's an option.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are the coaches, and what I'm going to ask you to do is, at the end of this, pick the team that you think this decision will be the most impactful positively from. Okay? So Seattle drops Marco Sturm and adds Andrew Brunette. Detroit drops Torts and adds McClellan. I feel like those are 2 very different personalities. Carolina, Peter Laviolette, and drops Peter Laviolette and adds Rick Bowness
on an interim basis.
on an interim basis, yes, which I I thought was hilarious. Okay, Winnipeg drops Daryl Sutter, and he's probably going into some retirement home. And Scott Arniel is now the new Jets coach. And the Rangers just the other day, like yesterday or the day before, Derek Lalonde is out. Ryan Huska is in. Okay, Jean, which one of these moves will be the biggest impact on that team?
Oof. I'm thinking Scott Arniel in Winnipeg. Andrew Brunette. I thought Andrew Brunette would be I think he's a really good hire. He's a really good coach. The thing in Seattle that scares me is there's no cohesiveness. There's no because the team turns over so much. Is like how much of a does it have an effect in sim that you have a team that doesn't have a chance to jive together or you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's an interesting question because I've thought the same thing. Like that part of the reason why some teams do well together is they've been together for so long.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're bringing in, like in real life, if you were bringing in and shipping out guys like what Seattle and Boston do, it wouldn't, like, I don't think it would work in real life
Mm-hmm.
because you need
No.
players to figure out how to play with each other and
So
work together.
how much of an impact does it have in the sim?
I don't know.
So is there somebody that is an expert on the sim? Ian?
Yes, his name is Simon. No, I don't think Ian even I don't think Ian understands the inner workings of the sim, which probably makes him a good person to do the to do the simming. But yeah, I don't know the answer to that. I know you can change settings in the system to do different things and make things more impactful and less impactful. Like one of the settings is morale, which would be where this would definitely come into play. That if your team is making lots of trades, then the morale of the players would drop.
Yeah.
And they would perform less. But we've turned off morale.
Okay. So, but something that I found interesting for Scott Arniel is experience. He's got a 98 or 99%.
Really?
Yes. So for experience. But Todd McClellan, experience, sorry, 94%. Todd McClellan, who's coached in like Edmonton, LA, Detroit. Where else has he coached? I think he coached
well, he was somewhere before he was in Edmonton.
Yeah,
and then he went to LA after that.
Yeah. I thought he coached somewhere in the Central. So, but his experience is only 85. But Scott Arniel, I only remember him coaching Columbus before he coached Winnipeg.
Okay, he was in San Jose. San Jose, Edmonton, LA, and now he's Detroit.
Yeah.
And he was an assistant in Detroit before that. And credit to HockeyDB for providing that information.
So I just found out that was weird. That But Arniel has been around since probably the 90s as a coach. So maybe his experience as an assistant coach is up there.
Okay, so you like the Arniel signing in Winnipeg the
Yep.
most?
Yeah, I do.
Actually, that would be the one I like as impact, partly because I don't like Daryl Sutter. And I think that Arniel's a much better option than
Hmm.
Mr. Old Man Daryl Sutter. So
Grumpy old man.
yeah, no, he's just like, I don't know,
He,
the last few years he was just an asshole.
but you put in like in the dictionary a picture of grumpy old man, put a picture of Daryl Sutter, and everybody would be like, "Yep,
Yeah,
that
that's him.
fits."
Yeah. Okay. So that's like, I guess that's all. Like, I don't know. Do you want to add anything on the coaches? Because this was pretty big. Five
Yep.
coaches getting fired.
No,
so.
no, no. I'm good with the coaches for now.
Okay. One thing I do want to talk about tonight. Last time we were on, we talked about two teams that were doing far worse than anticipated. And that was Boston and, oh my God, what was the other team? I can't remember. Anyway, Boston and somebody. And now I want to talk about two teams that are having surprisingly good seasons. And we'll start off divisionally with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Did you see this coming?
No, no,
Like,
not at all.
credit to Mark Gaudreau. His team is sitting right now in third in the Atlantic with a game at hand over me. So they, percentage-wise, are probably ahead of my team.
Hmm.
And they're in there. And they're playing well. They're playing with the big boys.
Yeah,
So
it's shocking. The Montreal Canadiens are fifth in the division, and we both picked them to be first.
yeah.
So yeah, like, but as Gage mentioned in his monthly article, Jordan Bennington has been on fire for the Leafs.
Yeah.
So when you have good goaltending, makes a difference, right?
Oh, for sure.
Good
As I'm
goaltending
learning,
makes up for a lot of bad play up front.
well, as my team last year, which was getting about 3 goals a game average and playing poorly, and now it's half a goal less, like it's 2.5, under 2.5 goals, and my team is 9-4 or 9-3 or 9-4. But yeah, Bennington 208 goals against and a 90.95 save percentage. You're going to win a lot of games with numbers like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it's going to make up for the shortfalls his team has, which is in the offense.
Yeah, they don't score a lot of goals, but they don't go and give up a lot either.
Yeah. So, wow. Credit to Toronto.
No, I did not see that.
And I think he's still got cap space. Like he's got room to do more. Yeah, he's only at 78 million.
Okay, so here's a question for you. We just saw today, I think that was posted today, that Roope Hintz is on the block.
Wow. Wait. Yeah, no, for the record, I have already talked to Mig in Columbus and said that I haven't sent an offer, but I've just said I would be very interested. Mig replied, I don't think he minds me saying this. He replied, "You're not the first person to talk about this or send him a message." And my reply to that was, well, obviously Zach. And he was like, yeah, Zach
three
has.
3.4 seconds after the post was
I'm,
was
he did say something like it was like he barely finished typing it before he
yeah.
got a response from Zach. So, I mean, I don't know. Okay, I will say this and never say never. I don't know how Zach could actually come up with, based on what Mig says he wants. I don't know how Zach can make that happen. He'd have to make some trades with other guys to get the assets to trade. So, but I mean, it's Zach, so I won't say, like, never say never, right? Like if
Mhm.
anyone could pull a rabbit out of his ass, it would be Zach.
Yep, because he finds a way
He finds a
to make
way.
trades. So
Now, the other team that is surprising everyone, or certainly me, is Edmonton. And I think this is even more surprising because I don't know how they're doing it. Maybe
it's
they're just bitter because of our preseason
ranking, but
where I refused to write in the names of the players because they were so bad. And yet, like who like look at the stats here. Like these guys, Dylan Holloway, 10 points. Dylan Holloway is rated 82.
yeah,
He's got more points than Nazem Kadri on my team. Like double Nazem Kadri's points. Like it's crazy. Thomas Tatar. Like he's somehow these guys are performing. And the goaltending, Kevin Primo, is all of a sudden a stud in the DCHL.
91 save percentage.
Yeah. He had to bench Clay Stevenson because he had a 93.5. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's crazy.
So
Fortunately for me, I won my game against him. But I think he started Dobish in the game with me. But like, where does this come from?
it's well, can you put it under stats? No, okay, never mind. I just saw that. I thought you'd put up the ratings.
I can
The
put the ratings
Holloway,
up.
Tatar, Mangiapane, Nick, Connor Geeky.
Like this is some craziness here. Like
They're
ratings
scoring goals.
wise, well, how many? Like 13 games, and he's got 39 goals. That's 3 goals a game.
Mm-hmm. So if you have your goalies making at 91% save percentage, and you score 3 goals a game, you're gonna win at least half your game, which is what he's doing right now. Again, is that gonna be sustainable?
Well, and this is the question I was going to lead to between the two teams. Are both of these, or one of these, or neither of these sustainable? And with Toronto, I actually feel a little more confident that it's going to be sustainable because he's got cap space to make more trades, and he seems a little more willing to do that. He's made a couple trades already to acquire pieces.
So is he gonna step up and put his first on the line
I
to
don't.
get
Does he
Rupé
have
in?
his first?
That's what I'm looking right now.
Oh, he does have his first.
Yeah, he does. He has his first next 2 years.
The other factor with that is this year's draft is really like the depth of the first round is much better than last year's.
Yep, it is.
So I'm reluctant to trade mine. Now I'm also still not convinced that I'm a playoff team. But
But you've had a really good start.
I have had a
You
really good start.
you were at top of the division, weren't you? At top of the league at one point?
I was up there. I might have been tied for it. Like I've been among the top teams. I don't know. I haven't really looked to see exactly like my place. I still haven't lost a game at home, which is really nice. But my record on the road is not very good. and I lost a game in Florida that I'm still bitter about. So I'm not sold on my team. Montreal beat me yesterday. So
NHL and ECHL. Sucks.
you had, before we were running the show, you mentioned it was Patterson. I don't remember who made the boneheaded play.
It was bad.
I literally turned it off once that happened. Like, that
Yeah.
was one of the most ridiculous minor league hockey.
Yep.
Like, literally just threw the puck into the middle of the ice.
Yep. And it was way across because I can't remember who was on the at the opposite board, but it was like at center ice across, like right by the boards on the other side, and he was by the board. So like you were looking for a complete pass across the boards, so from across the ice, from one side to another. So
Yeah, that. I mean, that doesn't happen. I mean, that just shouldn't never happen at this level. And they benched Jordan Spence for getting blown up on that breakaway.
yes.
If they don't bench Batherson after that.
So
Wow.
And Jordan Spence has come back in and he's played well.
Yeah.
So
And I think both of us like the acquiring of Jordan Spence. And I think for the most part, I haven't disliked his play. I think he had, I mean, that one mistake he made was ridiculous.
Nick Jensen is
Yeah.
not healthy. He's still recovering from the injury because he's not playing up to par. So I think you give him like a few days off to a week to recover, because to continue his training camp. So
Okay, sorry, we've got off topic a little bit. Toronto, Edmonton. I see Toronto as sustainable. I don't see Edmonton as sustainable.
no,
How do you feel about that?
I agree. It's Edmonton, and Bob will tell you he didn't expect to be where he is. So I think Mark is going to start to. I just saw Torrey Horton score another touchdown and I didn't start him, but I started him last week and he had 0 points. Just got distracted.
Fantasy football is such a
Mark is gonna yes it is. Mark is gonna try to win, and I don't see Bob trying to win. So I think the Leafs are gonna try to make a run for it now. Not sell the house, but acquire guys that are gonna be able to help him sooner than some of the prospects that he has.
Well, and maybe he's a guy that's talking to Columbus
about Roope Hintz. Could you
Hintz.
get him for the next 4 years?
At $9 million, that's not.
And he's got the cap space, so
and he's got the cap space. Hey, Meg, I'll give you my first round pick for. I don't know if Meg could do it. He wants an early first round pick, and maybe he gambles that Toronto will be that. I don't know that Meg's going to get an early first round pick. Maybe he can. But are you interested in Roope Hintz?
No, does not meet my my goal of when I'm going to start to compete. I would have to give up. Like I have tons of future, but by the time, like if I still had Edmund, I'd consider it, but I have so many holes on my team. It's just not the time right now. Stay with the plan and continue to develop my team.
How has your youth been developing? Like you break Bradley Nadeau first NHL goal.
Yes. So in the NHL, not so great this year, but in the minors, Yegor Surin just scored his 10th goal. He's centering the first line in the KHL, and his right winger is Radulov.
They got to bring him over. What's his contract? Like, if he doesn't
He,
come over soon,
he's got this year and one more year on his contract, but he could buy himself out, just like Mishkov had 2 more years on his contract. So it's but he's doing really, really well. As an example, the majority of my prospects are doing really, really well. So the development is good. Just it hasn't been there in the NHL yet, and that's why it's so, which is not translating to the NHL. So that's why it's not the time for me to go after a guy like Rupe Hintz.
well, but 4 years. Here's the thing: 4 years is at $9 million. Isn't too bad, and I'm not trying to talk you into this.
No, I understand.
Because when you're going to be having to do your RFA signings, which is something that teams like I had to consider this with over the next couple of years, because I've got JJ Peterka, Uri Slavkovsky, like these guys are all coming due now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
In 4 years, you're not going to have those big contracts, and then you're going to have Rupe Hintz coming off the books potentially.
Yep. So, and I agree with you, but I want one more high draft pick to try to get one more high-end talent player.
You just want Gavin McKenna.
As like you just said, this year's draft is got more depth and more talent at the top than last year's. So I might as well just try to go with and get one of those guys to add to my prospect pool.
Okay, sorry. Now we're on to the draft, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Because Gavin McKenna is the last time I looked, and I haven't looked this week, so maybe it's changed, hasn't been outstanding in college hockey.
Oh, this week, just a minute. Again, let's
maybe he's been better this week.
DB Hockey or Hockey DB.
And there's a couple other guys that have been moving up.
Got 3 goals, 10 assists, 13 points in 10 games at Penn State.
That's not too bad.
So it's
and he's playing again. This is the problem with these young kids going to college, is they're playing better players.
Yep.
In college than they would in junior.
There's an adjustment period.
Yeah. And the NHL scouts have always sort of had a little bit of a bias to the guys that put up the numbers.
Yep. Absolutely.
And
so
it'll be interesting to see how this impacts the draft this year.
So
these kids going to college.
The Big Ten hockey is a lot different than the WHL. 100%. Gavin McKenna was playing 30 minutes a game in WHL. He was on the ice for every single offensive zone face-offs. He was like playing 2 minutes of the power play. He was being double shifted constantly. So he was playing 30 minutes a game. He's not playing 30 minutes a game at Penn State right now. So, yes, he's got a bright future, and I believe in his future. But it's a different game. There's got to be an adjustment period. So, let's look at him in February, March, April to see how his season was.
Well, I'm just hearing people falling in love with Keaton Verhoff, and I mean, his numbers aren't even as good as McKenna's, but
Yep.
and he's a North Dakota boy, if I remember correctly.
Yep, he is. He is. And he's doing well in North Dakota. And him too. He was playing 30 minutes a game. Oh my God. Uh, can't remember the team. Everett?
Victoria Royals.
Victoria? Okay. So he was playing tons of minutes in the WHL also. So it's different
Well,
game. You got to make an adjustment. And a 6'4" defenseman that's got some offense and can skate. They don't grow on trees.
yeah. Well, this year's draft, all I'm saying is this year's draft is going to be really interesting to see, because you've got the fact that there's 5 to 7 guys that are really good at the top end of the draft. And I would suggest that they're better than the top 5 from last year who were pretty good.
Yeah.
And you've got the impact of these guys going to college versus guys that stayed back in junior, and how those worlds are going to collide.
They're going to be ready sooner because they went to college. It's a higher level. College hockey is it's a step up. You're playing against 20, 21-year-old, 22-year-old players.
Who's the guy playing for the Spitfires? Ethan,
I can never.
Belchets.
Belchets, yes.
Yeah. He's in my top 5 at this point.
Oh, he is in everybody's top 5. The guy's 6'5", 215, 225 pounds. And he can skate, and he's mean, and he can score.
Okay, but this is my point. Like the Swedish guy,
Ivar Stenberg.
Yes, that's it. I can see Ethan going ahead of Ivar in the draft, because of the European factor and the size.
Yep. But Stenberg right now is rated ahead of him in many lists. So
who was it that dropped in the NHL draft? Jean, you might remember a Swedish guy who was supposed to be in the top 5 and then fell to somewhere around 12.
Yep. He did. No, he dropped in the NHL. He dropped to 16.
Was it 16?
Dropped to 16.
Oh, he went 12th in the DCHL draft?
Yep.
Like,
so Ethan Belchets has 22 points, 13 goals in 17 games in the OHL for Windsor, who's one of the best teams in the OHL right now.
I just think that I want to see how his numbers impact where he ends up going. And like, okay, I know he's a guy you like. He's probably high on your list right now, and I'm going to get yelled at when we go off air.
No. It's
nobody would have heard of him, Steve.
It's not as if nobody knows. Like, if you listen to me to this show, you know the guys that are at the top of my list.
Yes.
So I can't hide it anymore.
And being a guy from Windsor, I actually was like, Windsor Spitfires. That'd be cool. But I don't want to be picking. I don't want to be picking where he'll be available, because that would be very bad for my ear. But it's just going to be so this year's draft, as much as the talent is there, it's going to be so cool. The impact of the college, like the Gavin McKenna's going off to college, Keaton Verhoff going off to college, like, and guys like Belchats that stayed in junior, and how that's going to affect where they go.
Absolutely. I think you'll see like a difference, and it's gonna impact like how like are scouts going to evaluate the impact that a guy like Verhoff and McKenna had in college versus Belichick had in the OHL, where he's probably going to end up with more than 100 points or close to it at 6'5". You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
to me, he is a better version of um, uh, Porter Martone. He's meaner, he's bigger, and he's just got as much skill as Martone does.
I
So,
I just remember last year Cullen Potter being ripped because he was a college player not putting up great numbers.
yep.
And now I know that there was also a size factor with Cullen Potter, but he dropped in that draft partly because of the numbers he put up in college.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see how that affects some of these other guys who aren't putting up those great numbers.
James Higgins fell
Oh, he's
to
even a better example. You're
6
right.
or 7 to the Bruins because he only averaged a point a game, but he was expected to be playing on the top line in the country with Perreault and Leonard. So
Where did he go in ours? Like at 5 or something. Like he went earlier. I have the book right behind me. I'm not going to get out of my seat to go look it up. He went earlier in the DCHL draft than he did in the NHL draft. Like I'm almost certain of that.
let's take a look. No, he went 7th. I think he went 7th in the NHL draft too to the Bruins.
Okay, I stand corrected, or I sit corrected in this case.
Yes.
But yeah, like strategically or tactically or this year's draft is just really interesting to me because I really want to see how these kids are impacted by, maybe I should straighten my camera, are impacted by their decisions, whether they went to the college or stayed.
I think some guys are going to they're going to be an advantage to them, and some are not going to. And the reason I'm saying that is McKenna and Verhoff are getting their minutes that they're playing where they're playing in college. But if you get a guy, Porter Martone, he went to Michigan State.
Sure.
I think he went. Let's say he doesn't get the ice time at Michigan State. Well, he's got 9 points in 6 games, so he's getting ice time. So let's say Martone didn't get the ice time, and his ice time just like he's not producing. He's playing 4th line minutes. That could have happened.
Well, and that's going to affect his development too, though.
Yeah, absolutely. So if there's a guy that went to college that is about to get drafted, I don't think there's too many that left the CHL. No. They left after they got drafted. But I think Verhoff and McKenna are the only 2. There's a whole bunch that left that didn't get drafted yet. That got drafted already.
Well, there's Adam Valentini out of Michigan, who's draft eligible, potentially in the 1st round. But I mean, really, it's the 2 big guys.
So it's this year's not going to affect too much, but I think it's only and those 2 guys are the reason why they went is because they weren't being challenged in the OHL and the WHL anymore. They needed a new challenge.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, that's cool.
Yes. Dwight, before we our last show a couple of weeks ago, we talked about trades and there's been quite a few trades.
Well, you
Let's
want to go over some of those trades?
yes. Let's take
Okay.
5 minutes to do that.
Okay, let me call it up here. There we go. Let's go back. How far back?
Go back
We're
to
gonna have to
October 21st. The Bruins and the first trade in the column
okay.
in the second page.
Yeah, we'll go 25.
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Bruins in LA.
Nathan's trying.
But you know what we talked about? He doesn't have any quality depth coming up.
Yeah.
So he made it, and you know what? Like we talked about Nemec. I think Nemec heard our show and lit a fire under his ass in the NHL because he's been on fire since our show. Since we said that his development was stagnating, he wasn't doing as well.
Well, he hadn't been for sure. Like I stand by what I've said.
And since I'm telling you, he listened to our show and lit a fire under his ass.
Fan of the show.
Yeah.
I'm in Nemec.
So yeah, and we keep saying Nathan finds a way. So now he's got prospects.
He's won a couple games.
Yeah, but he's got prospects and draft picks that he can trade away to add to his team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes. And there's the big trade, I guess, was Owen Power going to Seattle for Lacombe and Carolina's first pick. I mean, it's a good move. I guess Seattle's getting the better player. But
Really?
Jake,
are you sure?
I like Owen Power.
He hasn't been that great in Buffalo. That's one of the issues the Sabres have had. His development has not been as great as as everybody hoped.
Well, look at the defensemen from that draft class, though. How many of them have really, like, he's definitely been, I don't know, definitely, because Luke Hughes, I think he's played equal to or better than Luke Hughes.
Yep.
Simon Edmondson.
Yeah, Edmondson.
The guy from LA. What's his name?
Brian Clark.
Yeah.
Brian Clark.
He's definitely had his struggles.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, I'm just saying, like he's got good stats. Like he's averaging like half a point a game.
Yeah.
Powers. It's just that I'm just thinking that if you look at him play, watch him play in Buffalo, he hasn't been that great. And he's been one of the reasons why the Sabres have struggled.
Okay, I haven't watched a lot of Buffalo this year.
Up to last year. I haven't watched him this year. So let's see.
Okay.
Let's see.
So you like Lacombe more than Owen Power?
Lacombe has had a really good rookie season last year. So is he going to continue his development? We'll see.
We'll see.
But at $9 million and Power's contract is going to be only 7. I think he's around the 7 range, right?
Power, I think Power's 8.
Okay, so Lacombe.
I remember Power being more than Slavkovsky, who's in the 7. Here, we'll look it up. 8.35.
Okay. I thought he was closer to 7. And then what are
Oh, the next trade was okay. This one I thought was a great trade for both teams. This is one of those ones I like for both teams,
mm-hmm.
where the Rangers get Adam Fox and Linus Ullmark,
Yep.
and they're able to, like, it's really them moving Willander, yeah, whatever. Marc-Andre Fleury to make cap space, but he gives
Yeah.
up 2 first-round picks and a third-round pick, but he's getting 50% on Adam Fox's contract.
Yeah. And Mark is trying to win now. He's like he's got some time to make up, but adding Fox and Elmark makes his team much better.
Yeah.
Much better. So
And he's
I like
got
that trade
Ullmark for a number of years.
Yeah.
So credit
we
there.
we just mentioned Nathan using the picks to make his team better. Sends Montreal's first for Morgan Geekie. Team already much better.
Do you like that move for both?
I do, because Morgan Geekie is like he's become a 35 goal scorer right now.
So my point being, shouldn't he have got more for Morgan Geekie than just a first?
Well, let's see what his contract is.
Because
2 more year, 1 more year at 700,000. Yeah, I think Nathan did well on that one. I think actually did really well.
Well, I just think St. Louis should have got more than just a first-round pick, especially a pick that's probably going to be in the. I still think it's in the mid-20s at worst.
Yeah.
Now maybe he was looking at Montreal struggling out of the gate and went, maybe I'm getting a top 16 pick here.
Maybe. I doubt it, but maybe.
Okay, Boston and Edmonton. I don't understand why Boston would give up so much to get Jacob Bernard-Docker.
Yes. I don't know. That was like Nathan did great on the first trade. Well, the first 2 trades didn't do great on this one.
Gave up a lot for.
Yeah. He gave up more to get Bernard-Docker than he gave for Goncalves and Kuznetsov. And I think he got better. Goncalves is a better player than Bernard-Docker all day long.
Well, is Kuznetsov everyday NHLer right now?
I don't think so. I think he's just an AHL, just like Bernard-Docker. Bernard-Docker is not an everyday player. So
he was in the trade Ottawa sent to Buffalo, right? Get yeah. Okay. Alex Iafallo and a 5th-round pick for 3 third-round picks.
I'm looking at Iafallo's contract here because I like that trade. Oh no, he's a UFA. It's a cheap UFA, but I don't like giving up 3 third-round picks for
you wait. If you can get a player like that for like a 5th-round pick or a 4th-round pick come February.
Yes, but Zach needs to win now.
Okay, well, he's overpaying to win now, but I mean it's sure.
Yeah, I don't like it. Like I like Iafallo. I don't, and I like his contract at 1.2 million. I don't like the fact that he's a UFA. But it's 3rd-round picks, and 3rd-round picks is it's a gamble, right?
So yeah, but 3 third-round picks is a lot of gambles.
Yes.
Okay, Luke Shen and a 7th-round pick for Nikita Yevseyev. I'm assuming that's just a contract dump.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think you
And-
needed to get rid of some salary there.
And Yevseyev has since been released, if I'm remembering the released. I think he's been released. I couldn't understand why Zach had a Russian on his team, but now I see it. He got him in a trade. Because Zach doesn't draft Russians, by the way. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Now, Marc-Andre Fleury and a 3rd to Washington for a 4th. Why?
I don't understand.
Like, if it's a contract dump.
The Kings are rebuilding. They don't have any contracts. Maybe it's an asset dump.
I don't get it. I
Maybe
mean, it's fine for Gage.
asset.
He isn't giving up any. He's getting a 3rd-round pick, and he's taking on a goalie that actually can help his team.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
so, and he's going up and he's getting a better draft pick.
okay, explain why St. Louis
made that trade.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
I mean, Easton Cowan, he scored his first goal, I think it was yesterday. Seattle's 1st-round pick still looks like it might be pretty
a high
good.
Pick.
Yeah.
Maybe. I think it's going to be in the 15 to probably 13 to 20 range.
Yep.
Seattle's pick.
Well, it could.
So,
okay,
but,
I'm gonna say this though. I don't think it's gonna be in the 13 to 16 range. I think it'll be in the 8 to 10 or 17 to 20. Because I think the bottom end team, like I think he's gonna be those teams that are really close to making the playoffs that are gonna have better records are gonna be the teams in the East that miss the playoffs. Because one of Montreal, Carolina, it's like some of these teams that are good teams are going to miss the playoffs.
mm-hmm.
And I think they're going to be higher point totals than whatever those West teams that just miss it are.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. So I think his pick, if he makes the playoffs, he'll be, 17 to 20 something. But if he misses the playoffs, I think he's going to be in the 8 to 13, 10 to 13 range.
Yep. So, but I don't know. To me, Zane Paresh has done nothing. Like, I'm not a fan of small defensemen, but he's done nothing but do like continuous development. He's playing well. He's in the NHL right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Justin Carbonneau is tearing up the queue right now.
Without Milzonin yet.
So
I just think Edmonton wins this trade. Like I don't.
I agree.
Do you not see it?
No, I do. Like Carbonneau has 16 goals in 13 games right now in the queue.
I mean, and Easton Cowan, I still don't see Easton Cowan as going to be a top line player. Like he's an NHL player, but he's more in the middle six.
Who? Maybe not. A little bit better than Brendan Gallagher.
Easton Cowan?
Yeah.
Potentially? Sure. Like I think he'll be north of Brendan Gallagher. but we're not talking substantially better player. Toronto
No,
media
no.
talk about him like he's going to be
No.
the next Austin Matthews, which is ridiculous.
No. No, he will not be that much more.
Like I would, if I had a choice between Easton Cowan and Justin Carbonneau, I would take the shot on Justin Carbonneau. And
Yes.
if you remember, I wasn't huge on Justin Carbonneau in the draft,
So,
but he's got better upside than Easton Cowan does.
mhm. Yep.
So I don't get it. I don't get it. And didn't he trade up to get Justin Carbonneau, or was that his draft pick? St. Louis.
No, that was his draft pick. Wait a minute.
I remember he stole him from you.
No, I drafted Nastrasil just before Carbonneau, because I was debating and taking Carbonneau at 13 when I took Murcup, because
Because you took the defenseman at 10 or 11.
At 13. And then
Okay.
at 17, I had traded up because I wanted Nastrasil, who is doing really well in college at Wisconsin. No, it's not
Guy
Wisconsin.
that the two bald guys both liked is doing well.
Yeah.
You know.
And Carbonneau was another guy I wanted, but I didn't have enough draft picks to get Carbonneau too. But he was high on my list. So, and one guy that I did not expect to be doing as well, Braden Coots, is doing awesome, by the way. Doing awesome, and I will admit that I didn't have him rated as high as you took him.
I did.
And I didn't expect him to be doing as well.
As
well as Ben Kindle, that dropped to 21 in the DCHL draft and was drafted 11th in the NHL, and he's tearing it up in the NHL right now with Pittsburgh.
I want to look up just on my own here what my ranking of Braden Coots was on my draft board. There we go. No, that's aggregate. Oh no, it's on there. Okay. Stop share. I'm actually just going to show this, and then we'll all know together. Okay, so this is my final draft rankings. Here we go. Whoa, what's going on? Stop that. Close that. Okay. Okay, that's my off the board picks. So let's do this again here. Okay. Oh, final draft rankings. There we go. Braden Coots was 15.
And you got him at 21?
21.
20, no.
22. 21 or 22.
Yeah.
And
yeah, 22.
I got it 31, 30, 29, something like that. Was number 20 on my list.
Oh.
Blake Fiddler was at 19, and he went really late in the draft. This was my final draft list, and there's Lyndon Lakovic, who if Gage hadn't taken Lyndon Lakovic, I might have taken him over Braden Coots. That would have been a tough one. So, you want to post yours up there, Sean, for everyone to see?
No, it's okay.
I
tell you guys, everybody knows who I like.
Yeah, John ranks them by height.
Yes. Pretty much, yes.
Okay. I don't know. Is there something else you want to discuss? We're actually going longer than I thought we would tonight.
Yeah, we are. No, I think we're good.
Okay. So congratulations, Toronto and Edmonton, on great starts of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to the 5 coaches that lost their jobs. And I guess that's it. Anything you want to add?
Have a good evening, everyone, and a good week.
Go Hicksdale Maulers.
Yes. Well, they're doing pretty awful this year in all fantasy football pools. It is awful. Awful, awful, awful.
It is so freaking random. It's so freaking random. Like there's there's so much luck involved in this shit.
Mm.
Okay. I'm going to say goodbye.